want to buy a parcel that's empty in that assessment district, there may be money owed. That means you're going to have to call the city and find out what the restrictions are on that property. So we also have buyback districts, which the city's in the buyback district from Monteloa trunk line. So we just try to give you as much information as we can while you're looking in the app. If you have additional questions, obviously you can call the city, but this has really cut down on the cold calls that we're getting in the engineering department. We supply FEMA link, so we have a ton of FEMA flood zones in our area, so we want you to go to FEMA.gov to get that information. The best part of this, I think, is that there's utilities in here. So here's the water, and as I click that on, I don't know if you saw that, if we go back to buybacks, as soon as I click on water, you can see the water comes right up, right? It's very dynamic. So I can zoom around, I can make this full screen. This is full screen of water. I can zoom around the whole city and it loads. It's very dynamic. It's very fast and where it loads. And then you'll also see that we have length pipe here. And as I click on these, you can see that it highlights in the map. You really see it better if I turn the satellite off. That corresponding where it says construction plans, if I just click on that, that is going to load the actual construction plans for that water line that went into the ground. So why do we provide this? Well, we provide it because this is public information. If anybody comes to this city and says, I need plans for 7th and Smoke Tree, we have to provide that for them. Might be really low. Let's see if we can open with you. So there it is. So we can download this plan. I really don't want to sign in, thank you. Or we can save it to our hard drive, and now we can start looking at how we're going to connect to that water line. Sewer runs the same way, storm drain. So if I turn on storm drain, water shuts off, storm drain turns on, and it runs the same way. Just click over. It takes a while for it to load. You can just say download, and it will download. While that's loading, we go back over to sewer, does the same thing, highlights, and the construction plan should load. Okay, obviously, some sheets and sets are larger than others, but they will load. There it is. So some other things that we provide are the master plan of drainage. We have a lot of drainage that goes through the city. We have the Hesperia maps and the Victorville maps because Victorville is directly north of us. So we have a common boundary that we cross, and of course the flows that come through Hesperia end up going through Victorville. So we have a map that is together. We also provide the recorded tract information. So if I zoom over here, I see that there's a black boundary here. And if I click on one of these lots, it's going to bring up the tract information. So all I have to do is hit that tract number, and I will be looking at the original tract, signed tract. This is a secondary copy that we ask from the county to provide for us. So we have the tract maps available. We also require you to do a CDP in Hesperia, which is a composite development plan. It shows building setbacks and things like that. That's a CDP for the tract. So any tract, the only thing we don't have in here is parcel maps, but any recorded tract with CDP is available through the system. And then we have things like development design standards. It's just a link back to our city website, because we get people asking, well, where can I find the design standards? Well, they're on our webpage, but we provide a link right to it. We also have GIS maps, additional GIS maps like general plan. If you want a PDF of our sewer tracks and water maps, we provide that, or street circulation, we also provide it. Question? So along with making the map full screen, we do have aerial for the area. So if you go to satellite, it does turn on the satellite. Satellite is pretty clear. I think it's 1 foot resolution. This is City Hall. So we can zoom around. We can bring in, obviously I showed you street view. You can bring in street view, full range. You can zoom, just like you would on Google. All right, we also provide just some Hesperia alerts. So if we have an alert page that you want to be connected to and get RIS feeds, directly to your phone, you can sign up for that. We do things like weather forecast. So it's 91 degrees, it's a lot cooler in Hesperia, right? If you want to find out more information on that, you can just click on it and go to Yahoo, and it's going to show you the weather information right from the same page. We also have people that drive up and down Cajon Pass. We provide the traffic cams for that. It's just a link to Caltrans traffic cams. Sometimes they're working, sometimes they're not, so it's kind of a crapshoot whether they work. This one, maybe not so much. Some of them not found, but that's good. Or you can go directly to their page, and this page will take you to all of the cameras that they have in the separate districts that they have. Okay. Now I'd like to switch over to an iPad app that Nobel has built for us. It's for Dig Alert, our Dig Alert systems, 811. Call before you dig. You guys are all familiar with that. So what we did is, Nobel did is put it into a mobile app that runs directly with an iPad. So we have an iPad out in the field, hopefully.